Hey y'all, Dr. Maisha, founder of Stress Free Mom MD and the Next Level Physician Entrepreneurs Institute. I have been getting a lot of inquiry around how you, as a business owner, especially if you're doing online business or virtual business coaching, online course, even if you're just starting out in maybe a small direct primary care cash pay practice, I've been getting a lot of inquiry around how you hire various types of freelance contractors. And I wanted to introduce, and I always talk about this platform, Upwork, the how to be able to post a job on Upwork and hire any type of freelance contractor that you might need. Now, I use Upwork for pretty much anything. I hire contractors for graphic work, for virtual assistant work, for specific projects, to edit videos for my online courses, to create demo reels for my speaking. You can pretty much hire a freelance worker for anything on Upwork. Even last year, when I did my poster session for the International Conference on Physician Health, I hired someone to really help me to put the design together in a way that worked. So I gave my idea about the design. And I know I'm not the most artistic person. I gave my idea about the design. I, gave all of the information. I looked up everything and I compiled that information and gave my sort of like, okay, this is the bones of what I want. Make it look beautiful. And it was, I had help making it look beautiful. It was wonderful. So you can hire a freelancer for just about anything. And quite frankly, you could probably become a freelancer on a site like this if you write, if you you know draw, if you edit videos yourself. This is maybe a platform you even want to try becoming a contractor on. But for now, I want to show you, if you're wanting to hire a contractor, um, how you look for contractors, how you post jobs, and how you go about the process of getting a contractor. So I logged into my account, and it's free to sign up. So you don't have to pay to be an employer of a freelancer. Now I know an employer of a contractor. I know that if you become a contractor for whatever reason, that I think that it's free to sign up, but then in order to apply for jobs, there are certain credits, and you have to use those credits to apply for jobs. And then also they take a percentage of what you earn. So a lot of times when I work with freelancers, I start the job on Upwork, and because I know that they're getting so much money taken out, once we complete the job, I usually post the job as a static project. And once that project is over, even if I want to do something ongoing, I move it off of Upwork so they can actually get the full amount of what they're earning. And a lot of times they'll give a discounted rate. They upcharge a little bit on Upwork just because they know they're getting all that money taken out. So then they'll give a better rate when you take it offline. So that's been my experience, at least. So now let's say you want to find a virtual assistant. All right. So I would go in and look at virtual assistants. Okay, so these are my hires. These are um, people that I've hired in the past. All right. But if you want to, let's say, find freelancers. All right, let's try this again. So now you can either go by category. You see there's like all kind of category here. So I'm going to search virtual assistant. Now there's all manner of virtual assistants. So you see under virtual assistant you have a writer and freelance writer and virtual assistant, executive assistant, personal assistant, project manager. You'll see all kinds of things here. And what do you want to look for? Well, you want to look for, first of all, how much they've earned. All right. So first of all, if you can see that they're earning a lot, then they are most likely experienced assistants. Okay, you see the zero earned, they might just be getting started out. I would feel leery about that. Then you want to look at the percent of job success. All right, because this goes to, you know, whether they can complete a project or not. All right, and of course you want to look at the budget. Whatever you think your budget is. Now, the cheapest is not always the best. You get what you pay for, so just remember that. All right. Now, you can be more specific in your search. You may want a virtual assistant. I spelled that wrong. A virtual assistant that does social media, right? So you look at these keywords and you look at, here it goes, expert when it comes to social media, right? 82%, and they've earned 40K. So you want to look at their reviews. Someone who's earned 60K, but look at this. This is a huge range of hourly rate. So you're searching, you're looking at a few things. Let's take a look at one of these contractors. Let's take a look at this one who's earned 80K. All right, so now you look at, how much they've earned. They've had 24 jobs. They worked a whole bunch of hours. You want to read their introduction. You want to see if that gels with you. You can look at all of their background to see if that gels with your project. You can look at their history and their feedback. Now, what's key to look at in their work history and their feedback is to make sure that the thing that you are wanting from them is reflected in the reviews that you're looking at, right? So if you're looking for someone who manages social media, but all of their reviews say something else like data entry or executive assistant, and you don't see anything that says social media, well, then that may not be the person for you, even if they say that they're tech savvy and they are social media savvy. Now, this one has more experience with virtual medical assisting, which at some point is what I needed. Right at this point, I think that I'm a little beyond that given my transition. So here's another one, expert when it comes to social media and digital marketing, digital inbound marketing. So let's take a look at her. You can see what her expertise is in. She's got customer service, copywriting. Professional comedy has nothing to do with the social media, but here you can see the projects that she's been on, Instagram and Facebook. Digital marketer to manage online presence. And look at her star review rating, 5-star review. Will hire again. Has been working with, look at how this is a person who's been working ongoing with her. So this would be a person that you might want to reach out to. And how would you do that? You might save, right? You can save and then put a little note in here. Or you can invite to a job. Okay. And you would sort of start with the message to them. You might personalize that message. And then you would actually create your job post. Now, I'm not going to actually post a job here. I'm going to show you that a little bit separately. So with that said, let's go into, I'm going to do one more search. So let's say find freelancer. You want to find someone a graphics person. Book cover design. Haha, right there. So if you're looking for an artist, right, extensively published books, design. Okay, so let's take a look. Now look, $0 earned, right? But now she might have Let's just look at her. She might have some examples. Sometimes it's worth giving a new person a chance, but you have to look at their portfolio, right? So here she has a portfolio. Now this is low. This looks like logo design. Okay, but I don't see any. She talks about book cover design, but I don't see any um, examples of book covers. So that would be a red flag for me. All right. So let's look at who else. Let's go out of her. Let's go out of this. We're back to the search. Graphic designs, $400, 8K. Okay, look, photo. And you're looking for, someone who's graphic design, but specific to book covers. So here we go, eye-catching book covers. So she's um, earned 1,000, and this is her area of expertise, book cover design. And you can see the jobs that she's done, all e-cover book ready, um, and she's gotten very, very good reviews on her book cover design. Okay, and then she's actually got a portfolio, which looks like some of these are looking pretty good. So you might again save her or invite her to a job. Okay, so now let's go to creating a job. All right, so post job. And so you've got these options: create a new job post, reuse a previous job post. Now I'm going to create a new job post, short term or dedicated long-term work. Now you can decide, but I recommend going with the short-term or part-time work so that you can move it off of Upwork once you establish that this person is a good contractor for you. So let's say book cover design. Now you might be more specific. Book cover design for ebook about grief. All right. So then the job category would be um, editorial. I think it'd be graphic design. I believe it'd be graphic design, but let's see. Let's see more options and see. Design and creative, yes. So it's more graphic design. So then we go next. And this is where you would create the more specific description of your project. So, I've written an ebook about grief, and I'm launching it in 3 weeks. Need um, eye-catching book cover design. Now, you might add any other stipulations along the project. You might add stipulations on who the freelancer needs to be, what kind of skills they need to have, what you're looking for. You can upload images if you have ideas of what you want it to look like, right? And then you can say, is this a one-time project, which this would be a one-time project. And then you can actually add screening questions. So I like to create my own. Have you um, how many book covers have you designed? So you can add that. Uh, and then you might create another question. Um, what attracts you to this project? And then you might add a third question. Do you have samples of past books you have designed? Now you see, because most of these people are going to be bidding, you might reach out to a specific person, but if that person's not available, there are going to be other people who actually bid. And then yes, so you can add up to 5 questions, and y'all would require a cover letter. Okay, so you want to look at how they introduce themselves. Now, what skills and expertise are important to you? So for graphic design deliverables, visual, it may be, you might decide, what kind of style, organic, contemporary, art deco, graphic design software, all of the above maybe, right? Um, Social media imagery, infographics, whatever you feel like graphic design deliverables would be most important to you. And then now, this is where you get to choose whether you want someone who's from the US only or if you want to do worldwide. Now, I will say that I have hired local and I've hired international. What you want to be careful about when you are go to international is that the person is fluent in English, or if you're fluent in their language, so there's no um, communication problems, because it's fine to hire someone who is out of India or Pakistan or Philippines or Ukraine or wherever, London, um, South America. I've hired people out of lots of different places, but the core thing is to make sure that when you're communicating with them, they fully understand the project. So a lot of times I tend to keep it US only. Now, I will say that sometimes when you go worldwide, the prices can be a little bit more workable, but I just prefer to do US, and I don't have a time zone preference, right? Who can see your jobs? Anyone, only Upwork, invite only. So I would say um, Upwork talent only. Um, because you don't know who's going to be searching you off the internet, and I think it's safer from a security standpoint to just keep it to Upwork only talent. All right. One freelancer. How many freelancers you need for this job? Most of the time, it's going to be you're only going to need one freelancer for the job. So, how many freelancers for the job? Most of the time, you're only going to need one freelancer for the job. Okay, and then go next. Pay by the hour or pay a fixed price. This is really up to you. A lot of times I will go with a fixed price, because if you go with paying by the hour, then you can get stuck in this place where they prolong the project and they run up their hourly rate. It's not super common, but it can happen. So I prefer to do a fixed price, and you can say, because then you can determine what your overall budget is. So maybe your overall budget is $500, or you can, and then what level of experience. I always put intermediate, because I don't want a total newbie, but I don't want to be necessarily paying out the wazoo. And so now you can review your post, all of the post, and then you can, post your job now. Now, I'm not going to post this job, obviously, because I don't need a book cover designer, but um, I wanted to kind of show you how you post. Now, let's just say, so I'm going to go out of this. Let's just say that you needed to, yes, so leave. Let's just say that and I'm going to go ahead and remove draft. Very good. Now let's just say you wanted to edit a previous post. Let's see, I think this one is closed. Huh. Now this is an existing contract. Oh, posting. Oh, I don't have any active post. Oops. Recently filled. Okay, good. So let's say you wanted to, I could either edit this post, view proposals. So this is how it looks when you're looking at your proposal. Now the job is closed, so this is not an active post. You'll see you can view the job post, you can invite freelancers, you can review proposals, but this is the home screen. So I can review all of the proposals there. And you can see the cover letter here. You can actually interact with them and you know, chat with them before you hire them, and so you actually take them through an interview process, right? You want to edit the posting. Now this is a closed project, so I can't edit it, but I could reuse this posting if I wanted to do this again. I could reuse it and repost it. Okay, so you can kind of see there would be a button to edit there, so you could edit the description, add or subtract, edit the questions if you wanted, like all of those things. All right, let's see, all job postings. Let's see if there's anything else that I wanted to say. You can see all of these postings I've done over the years, right? Get someone to customize and edit a PowerPoint presentation. You can, like, these are all the wonderful things you can do on Upwork. Graphic ad designer, virtual assistants, Facebook bot sequences, um, social media manager, creating funnels and automation. You know, I do a lot of that stuff now, but I do have, from time to time, I have people who I outsource that to as well. So is this is Upwork, and it is how you find freelancers of all types. And it's a very, very valuable resource to have. And there are others, like some will talk about Fiverr. That's one you could talk about. You know, there's services like Fiber, which you can get little simple things done for, um, 5, 10, $20. And I've used Fiverr, but for bigger projects, I definitely recommend you go to Upwork. I think there are a couple of others. I think Freelancer. Let's see. There's iFreelance.com. I believe there's one called freelancer.com, but I'm not sure. Let me see. So if you're looking for the freelance sites, yep, freelancer.com. This is another very, very large site for freelancing. Most of the posting in that is going to be very similar. So these are three great sites to find e-lancers on. And I highly recommend if you need one. And first, what I always recommend is if you need a freelancer, that you ask your community, right? Who do you know? Because I have a virtual assistant, I have a social media manager, I have all of these resources. And so people come into my programs and they're like, I need a web designer. Well, I got that. Oh, I need someone to edit videos. Well, I got that too. I need someone to write copy. Well, I know someone who does that. I know someone who publishes. I know someone who does. So, like, I have a lot of resources, especially resources that I share inside of my programs. And I recommend anytime you're looking for, a freelancer, that you check into your community first. If then there's no one responds, or there's no one that has someone that like works for you, then you come to one of these sites, Upwork, freelancer.com, or Fiverr, and you get it done quickly, and that sort of like eliminates or saves time, so to speak. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this little back office demo, and I hope you got a lot from it. Leave your comments and questions in the leave your comments and leave your questions, leave your takeaways in the comments. And of course, if you are wanting to know a little bit more about what I do, the programs that I run, how I help um, physicians and other medical professionals start, grow, automate their businesses, market their businesses, you're welcome to reach out to me. You can go to doc support. You can go to nextlevelphysicians.com. There's a free webinar that you can also attend to, and or you can reach out to me directly. All right. You all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you on the next video.